New this morning, Governor Kevin Stitt says only half of the state's resources were used to fight wildfires in March, leading to homes and lives lost. Good Day Oklahoma's James Keefover joins us live from the Capitol right now. And Jameson Stitt has received criticism for letting go the state forestry chief, but now he's defending that decision with numbers.
Yeah, Wayne, Governor Kevin Stitt had come out and said that he was disappointed in the way the Forestry Service responded to those wildfires in March. Now he says that the Director of Emergency Management and the Secretary of Oklahoma's Agriculture Department have looked into those numbers and found that the Forestry Service only used about half of the resources in its capacity to help fight those fires. Now, in a statement that Governor Stitt released this week, he says the bureaucracy within the Forestry Division's leadership withheld nearly 50% of resources from those facing the most dire fire situations. He goes on to say, "I will continue to demand answers despite pushback from those who seem to want to avoid accountability and obscure the truth." Now, 4 Oklahomans died as the fires broke out on March 14th. More than 500 homes were burned, including Governor Stitt's ranch in the Luther area. Mark Goller, who served as the forestry chief, was let go after the fire outbreak. He then defended himself and the division, saying, quote, "Nothing was held back." Stitt said as officials continue to dig into the agency, funds will be used to better build the division, or resources will be diverted to local fire stations that he says are better situated to protect communities. But that's not an idea everyone likes. The Oklahoma State Firefighters Association sent a letter to Stitt this week defending their work and the Forestry Service's work, stating to suggest disbanding the very agency that supports these efforts is troubling. Goes on to say dismantling OFS would not reduce costs. It would shift the burden to already strained local departments and jeopardize coordinated wildfire management efforts across the state. Now, that was not the only letter that was sent to Governor Stitt this week from firefighters in the state of Oklahoma asking him to reverse his decision. Reporting live for Good Day Oklahoma, I'm Jameson Keefover.